Hey everybody, want to talk to you today about searching jobs boards. Now, you're going to get very familiar with jobs boards. You're going to spend a lot of time searching jobs boards, um, and you're going to find that you're going to see a lot of the same results over and over again, but from different websites. So let's first establish which websites we'll be using. And we've probably discussed this before, but it never hurts to talk about it again. So I'm going to open up a new tab in here, and I'm going to show you that I've saved a bunch of these searches. So here is a website called Healthy Careers. Here is Indeed, Simply Hired, and you'll see for each of these, or most of them, I've got a physician assistant, PA. Now that is, as you can see, physician assistant is what it's searching for. This is nurse practitioner, and this is APRN. So I've got these different searches, I've saved them, and so when I click on this, up will come that exact search, APRN in Connecticut. And you can, save anything you want. You can save nurse practitioner in a certain city. You can save nurse practitioner in the state. You can save it in the county, and likely up will come different results. And you can modify things in this way too. I'm sure with every website has its own modifications that are built in to the site. So play around and figure out ones that work best for you, and also ones that get you different results. What you're hoping for is that you're getting a result that isn't very visible and isn't getting a lot of exposure, and therefore they're not getting candidates, that is the client or the practice, not yet the client, and as a consequence you're able to go in there and talk to them. So let's take a look at Indeed. Now, this is one of those aggregators like I've talked about before, and what you got here is a very specific search. This is one way of searching. Orthopedic in Connecticut. Another way of doing it would be just, nurse practitioner or APRN in Connecticut, or APRN or ortho. All different ways of doing it. But find out which one works best for you and go with it. And then you'll also see over here, there's all different sorts of modifiers. There's other built-in searches that go off of, based off of what you've been searching for. And, oh, that's what we want. Ortho APRN. So, yeah, I mean, there's some different results that come up. You're also going to see one thing, yeah, this is one thing that I want everyone to pay attention to, is that there are other firms, other recruitment firms that are also trying to put their job postings out there to have them seen as well, okay? We're not the only ones out there. One thing to keep in mind is that a lot of times these firms will search, a better way to say it is they'll fish for candidates, okay? Because if you know anything about the structure of a recruitment firm, essentially what they're doing is they're saying to their recruiters, okay, I don't care what you do, but you have to talk to 15 reps or 15 candidates today. And you also have to make, 90 calls. I mean, it's some insane numbers. Well, how else are they going to talk to that many candidates unless they're getting candidates in? But a lot of times that's not always what happens. They have to do things in order to attract candidates, and sometimes they have to post jobs that don't even exist. And I've seen it out there. It makes me very mad because they're giving recruitment firms a very bad name, and a lot of times, candidates won't want to call because they'll think, oh, I just saw this position, it's whatever, New England, there's a group in Connecticut, like New England Recruitment Firm or something like that, is one of those that is always fishing for jobs, and you can just tell. It's very non-descriptive. They're just, there's something about it, and you'll know. I'll point one of them out when I see it, but it's just very non-descriptive, very general, and they're just clearly fishing for candidates and resumes. We don't do that. We want to make sure that the jobs that are out there are representative of our clients' needs and what they're looking for. So again, one thing to do, because you're going to be spending a lot of time on these websites, is first go through, and I'll name these websites right now: Health eCareers, Indeed.com, Simply Hired, Monster.com, CareerBuilder.com, Craigslist, and then any other local sites like this one. And we've talked about this before. It's the Quinnipiac Physician Assistant Student Society website. Find these types of sites. These are great. And then also put that up with the other job searches. And you're going to be spending a lot of time on these websites searching for warm leads. So play around with it. Don't be afraid to spend a lot of time in these websites. It's one way of populating your database with these warm leads that you know they're looking for physician assistants and nurse practitioners.